What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Savage Land. Welcome back to another episode of GIJOE. GIJOE.
Armies of the night, evil taking flight.
And I was trying to wonder what I was going to put this in. Was it going to be the field? Because I want to talk about the ferret. Will it be pallet pickers? Because I got a splash of a few other little things.
GIJOE is the code name for.
But I decided to go with G.I. Joe as G.I. Joe because of all the information that I'm going to be putting up. Well, not all the information, just different topics, and most of them are dominating with G.I. Joe, but it's not necessarily explaining how action figure moves or works. But first off, I want to give a shout out, man, to all the brothers that I met down at Joefest, that I seen in the flesh, that I seen in the physical. Now that I have a face with a mind, body, and soul, rather than just a name. And those people are Reyes King. Those people are Chad Kinsler. Those people are GIJOE18. Those people are Aaron the Toy Enhancer. Those people are Krusty Crow. Those people are Loki. Those people are 3-Star Draw, all the guys over there, man, and just Mega J Retro. So many other people that I met. My man from Queens that I met, he was at the Raymond Toys booth, chopped it up with him, with Chad for a little bit, Chad Kinsler for a little bit, and my other man who didn't even want to be on camera. I forgot your name, brother, but I will never ever forget your face. But you know what the words that you told me, man, that really meant a lot to me. And it meant even more when you said you didn't want to be on camera. You was trying to catch me when I wasn't on live or anything like that, man. So that was very, very solid, man. Met a lot of good people down there, man. I know a lot of people didn't want to come off of the high that the show left you with as far as camaraderie, man. But shout out to those brothers, man. But let's get into it, and shout out to GIJOE8080 because I'm gonna use his pics from Instagram talking about the Once a Man Cobra Commander. Seems like that's gonna be an SDCC exclusive. At first, I didn't think I was going to get this guy, man, because I told y'all, like, it's very hit and miss with me. Not hit and miss as far as classified or as far as me being a hardcore completionist. But I haven't really lived up to that because everything that they put out, that I'm eventually getting. Not such as a rapid pace as I was before, but I am definitely getting, and there's no exclusions with this Once a Man Cobra Commander. I think this is pretty cool. Once again, they're pretty much getting the most out of their mold, which makes sense. With the bottom half of that, looks like the same thing from the Coco Cobra Commander, the Mickey Mouse Coco, and the regular Coco Cobra Commander, which makes sense because he was turning into a snake or lizard, whatever he was, and just with a totally new top. I just think it's very cool and unique. The packaging looks very cool. I definitely won't be doubling up on this guy. I'll just be getting one of these. I used to double up on the figures, but I was on the hardcore search for the 1 through 100. Now I'll just probably just get one of him. I think he looks pretty cool as far as what they did as far as sculpt. I don't really like that cut in his abdominal like that, but I mean, that's just small aesthetics, and that's just me being nitpicky, to be quite honest with you. Definitely not going to stop me from getting it. But I also like the accessories they gave with him also. Pretty much they gave him a removable helmet, which you can see with the shield off in the photo, with it down, with the face mask off, like when he's like starting to turn into the snake. And they almost pretty much gave him the same loadout that he has as far as hands wise, that they gave him with the other Cobra Commander. Same gun, same backpack, looks like the same knife. The only difference is he has the helmet, which I don't know, looks like he comes with a full helmet, and then he comes with a face mask broken piece, which is figure fodder at its best. And then it comes with a snake of him, almost like a full snake, and he's just a little bit of man, like I used to be a man. And that's when he was saying that I used to be a man, when he was no longer in a man form, man. So I don't know if that will be articulated in any way. Will the arms move? Will the tail part be bendy? But it sure would be cool if they did. Just like Matthew McConaughey in Days Confused. So much would be cooler if you did. But that I wouldn't even have to have articulated arms necessary, just a up and down, which it almost kind of looks like he does have that. But if they had that bendy tail so you can wrap him around Roadblock, which it looks like he is, that'll be awesome, man. But I'm good for a one and done on these. But They showed it off at the sneak peek about a couple of months ago. Not showed it off, but told us about it, man. So here it comes this summer. The Cobra Commander I was once. Well, first up, let's talk about the women before we start to talk about the Cobra Ferret. The women of the Cobra Trooper Army, and they are starting to really come along here. And I really liked the what they did with this Ferret driver. First of all, making her female, giving you more females in your army, and second of all, just that overlay of that kind of like motocross equipment, especially with the helmet and the vest, because it's pretty much virtually the same body, just in different deco, as far as different paint decos. I still wish they would do the super articulated ab crunch for the females. I don't see why not. They're already very small. It'll make them a lot more accurate, but these females are pretty much straight. I want to give credit to GIJOE18 because the Hydra 2-pack of females has like 3 ethnicity between them. And when I did that palette picks a couple of weeks ago, I seen GIJOE18 video like a couple of days after that. And on that palette picks, before I seen that video, I was like, well, now you got some extra women head sculpts for fodder. And he did it on his Ferret video, showing that these girls went on here, because I'm pretty sure he probably brought some of those Hydra 2-packs also. And they fit well on your Cobra Troopers, man, and they fit very well. Now, as far as you hearing a ball snap on these heads, you won't do that. They just slide down the head, but they fit on there snug. Now, if you turn them upside down, they're gonna fall off. So if you want to put a little sticky tack, if you're gonna be doing like some very articulated shots, you can do that. But other than that, I don't have any sticky tack on them. They fit on there perfect. You can turn their heads and they'll pretty much hold, man. So it's almost like they were made for them. And what better way for a army of females to have different assorted multicultural head sculpts, man. And it worked out really well. As you can see, the head sculpt I got on the Cobra Ferret driver, it really looks like it fit her, you know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the Ferret driver, let's just go through her right quick. As you can see, I have the one with the helmet on with the unhelmeted head sculpt in the hand, so you can kind of see pretty much what that looks like. But it looks pretty good. It looks like that blonde haired girl would be up under that mask, man, so it looks pretty dope. Far as articulation, got the double ball jointed neck, just like any other G.I. Joe classified. That looks really good. See, she's got the double jointed arms, has the bicep swivel. Pretty much what she comes with is what you see here. She comes with a helmet, comes with 2 9mm that she holds in her holster. Also comes with a knife that goes in a boot sheath. Now, like I said, she doesn't come with many accessories, because really her accessory is really the Ferret, the ATV, man. But as you can see here, I have the head to that Ferret driver in the hand with the helmet that one has on, just so you can kind of see it. So it looks good, man. The deco, the paint apps on this looks good also. I like that they got the Cobra insignia real clean inside the vest there. That looks really good. And the helmet is dope too. It's kind of made out of a rubbery material, real pliable. You want to keep the head on when you take it off, because if you pop the head off and try to take the helmet off, it just makes it a little bit harder, man. It probably would be easier if you heated it up too, but you don't have to do that. All you gotta do is just kind of get up on it, pry it, and take it off, man, which is pretty dope. But she's a good looking and fun action figure, to be quite honest with you, and another great addition to the Cobra ranks. Now let's get into the ATV, the Cobra Ferret. I did not have this vehicle. It was a little bit before my time. I believe it came out in 84, 85. I don't believe it came with any driver, like I said earlier, but if I'm wrong, always please correct me. But this one here, the Classified series, comes with the female Cobra Scout, and this is really the highlight of that package. The female driver is not bad, of course, I just praised her, but this ATV is really cool. Really wasn't hard to put together. Our four wheels snapped on. I know a lot of people been talking about the treads going different ways because they just snap the wheels on, but from what I heard, you can just pop them off. Comes with a little force, but be honest with you, that's not something I really want to do. Just me personally, man, just like, oh man, I hope I don't break it. So you definitely want to make sure you want to pay attention which way the tread is going. It's kind of like in arrows, and just make sure they're facing all the same ways. Gun pops on with like a little arm that clips on to the back of the bars. You got a little bit of loose product with the front guard with the winch that doesn't not work, but you have to pop that into this little hose, kind of clip those two pieces in together. Handlebars clip in. That double gun in the front, I believe, is already inserted in there, man. But that is pretty much it. Oh, and the missiles, you plug them into the side. It comes with instructions, fairly easy. I really did it without the instructions. The only thing I had to do was look for, see if the pedals were facing upward the right way, but other than that, man, it was pretty much self-explanatory. But I really like this. As far as the tires on it, they're really squishy like the Vamps. They feel real good though. I like all the detail. I like the nose step. I like the Cobra insignia on the side there. I like all the insignias on there. I like the lettering. I think it looks good. I think it's perfect. I think it's definitely a compliment to the Ram cycle and not the Cobra coil, because the Cobra coil isn't a compliment to anything. I hate that. I never took it out of the package. I always hated that bike. I never took that bearness out of the package. I didn't want anything to do with the bike. And by the time I decided to deal with that barrenness, the retro card came out. So I was like, there is no reason to open this, man. But one thing about G.I. Joe, we all know that it gets better and better, man. And this ATV is just another true testament to G.I. Joe getting better and better as far as their offerings, what they're giving you. And I can't wait for Wreckage and the Tiger Stripe one like this. I know if this one is really cool, I know the Tiger Stripe one I'm definitely going to feel. But Wreckage right now is kind of like a prize inside a Cracker Jack box. You might get one, you might not. I don't know, but it sold out fairly quickly. It was a sneaky drop, just like the Eels last year. So I don't know how that's going to go, man. But I definitely want one of those Tiger Stripe ATVs, because this one right here is cool, man. It has a blast ports, as you can see. I got the blast effects. I don't care what you say. I think G.I. Joe blast effects are some of the best blast effects because of the coloring and how you can just kind of piece them together. And as you can see here, you can fit this inside the cannon gun, which can come off, and you can hold it as its own weapon also, man. As far as the double missiles, those will probably never come off. I mean, I don't even want to get into that shit, man. just the craziness. But that's just G.I. Joe, man. But to be honest with you, they can just stay there. Just like some G.I. Joes, I never take their guns out of the holster. They're just better where they're at. It looks better for me, man. But I'm definitely feeling this Cobra Ferret. I think it's very, very cool. Nice purchase. Hopefully they can come back around, because just like Wreckage, the Cobra Ferret was hard to get for some people. I ordered it as soon as it dropped. I knew I wanted it. And it's definitely $55. It's a big ATV. It really is. And with the figure, yeah, because I could see them selling this for $30 in the store alone, which they wouldn't, because I don't think the vehicles came along yet. But the $30 in the store for this, I can see them booming this for $35, and so $55 altogether with the dope female Cobra Trooper. I think it's worth it, man. I think it's worth it. I think it's a dope vehicle and a great addition to more of the 6-inch collection of vehicles. Alright, so now I'm about to have a little fun with them, man. Do a little head swapping, see how they fit on other quads. As you can see here, she looks good on the new Ray 112 scale T-Rex, Honda T-Rex here, that you guys normally see me pull out when it comes to the four-wheeler. And this Ferret is quite bigger than this four-wheeler, but this is more like a racing four-wheeler, and that Ferret's more like one of those hunting like big bear four-wheelers. So it still sizes quite well with them. And the Cobra Ferret driver, as you can see, she fits on there quite well. It also fits very well on the New Ray 112 scale Kawasaki. Here looks like it's a KX. So they transitioned over very well to the bikes that I like to use, and for the most part with the New Ray, it says 112 scale, but it goes to more of a smaller 112 scale. And being that these females are a little bit smaller than the males, they're always going to look good on the bikes. But it's definitely cool that you actually got some females in some motocross type gear. So for them to get on a bike, it just goes hand in hand, man. They look really good on more of these more realistic bikes, man. So I'll definitely be looking to get some more Scout Troopers somehow, but it looks like they're only for now packaged with this Ferret here. So I don't know, maybe one day Hasbro Pulse will have a bunch of them that go on sale, but I definitely would like some more of these Scout Troops. They look good. I also got Scrap Iron on here. He looks good on it also too. Of course, he's bigger than the females, but it's all about positioning. You see how I got his legs gaped, kind of open there, and he's sitting kind of back, and the arms are extended out all the way. So he's pretty much to the back of the seat there, but he's sitting comfortably, and he looked like he's sitting right. It's not like there's really no space in between the seat and him. It has a little bit, but it looks like he's on there properly, like the way he's supposed to be. And this is a big machine, so you're gonna have your legs kind of spread it out anyway, man. So Scrap Iron looks good. Also, shout out to my man Loki, Model Misfits, for the 3D printed hat that he let me get, man. He 3D prints these up, and Scrap Iron looks good with that ball cap and the comms hat on, man. It just kind of almost makes him look like a different character. If you got an extra Scrap Iron, he looks good on the Cobra Ferret here. And the Ferret is just a compliment to the Blue Army in general, man, with just the colors and how you can just kind of make that coordinate. And I also gave Scrap Iron a passenger, man, and everything looks good. It looks good. Looks like they're sitting comfortably. As you can see here, I scooted Scrap Iron up a little bit. Arms still extended, but they bent just a little bit. But his legs are squeezed in more, so because he's kind of choked up on the bike now, and just enough room for the female trooper to fit behind him, and they look comfortable. It looks natural. Looks like it could be set up for a nice natural photo. So as far as fitting two people on, now two men, I think I seen Lyles do it earlier where he put Firefly and Storm Shadow on here, but you can try it out, man. But I think the most natural thing is this guy and female combination. So let's get to what I picked up at Joefest as far as my 3 3/4. Pretty much that's what I wanted to go down there and get. And if I had a little bit more expendable money, that's what I would have gotten. But I actually found this great bin, man. Where actually I met my man Loki at. Before I even knew he was cool with Aaron, anybody, we just started up an organic conversation. I just see these mostly kids at the time going through these $5 bins of GI Joes, and every last one of these Joes right here were $5. Now, granted, they might have some cracked crotches or just a few paint scuffs, but none of them have broken thumbs or anything like that. They didn't come with any weapons, but man, it was right up my alley. And these are the 8 that I picked up. I picked up Cross Country, I picked up Dice, picked up Wild Bill, Alpine, Red Dog, Scrap Iron, and a version 2 Stalker, and I also picked up Lowlight here, and all of these guys look really good. As you can see, that Cross Country, that's the one with the rebel flag on the back that you probably won't ever see get made again, man. So that was cool, and he was all in a $5 bin. Each one of these guys was $5. If I had some more money, Krusty Crow, shout out to him, put me onto a little bit of game. He said, I told the dude, if I was spending 100, I'll ask if he could throw 5 more in, which is, fair from what I know. But he was like, once it starts getting to that, I would start buying by the pound. And that's a good idea, you know, kind of go on a rate like that. You never know, you might end up getting them $3 a piece instead, or if somebody's willing to work a deal. But this bin was huge, man. But these Joes right here, I'm starting to add to collection. The little 3 3/4 I have the Sky Striker, HasLab Joes, and I have the Dreadnoks that I originally brought offline, shipwrecked. So right now I'm probably sitting on about 18 original 3 3/4, maybe 20 of them, man. And in the future I look to make the collection grow, but I'm definitely satisfied with these guys. I also wanted to show off the computer sets that I got, the little small diodes from Crimson Toys at Joefest. This was pretty much everything that I brought entirely at Joefest, man. And just like I said, funds were a little tight this year, and plus I have really everything I wanted. I just paid for the Ferrets the previous week, but my main thing was come get me some 3 3/4, enjoy the festivities, and pick up a little bit. I wish I could have picked up some more of those dioramas at the end of the show, but I did get these from Crimson Toys. Pretty cool computers, man. As you can see, they're really kind of for like 3 3/4, but you can use them for 6" too. All you need to do is just put something to prop them up a little bit, and just make them work, man. I mean, it'll still work out. When I was first looking at it, that's what I was thinking of it for, a 6", man. But of course, you got 3 3/4, 4". It can look like a super computer, basically, man. So Crimson Toys, these things were like $10 a piece, which is awesome. Really, that was a great deal. Hanging out with me for another episode of G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. Be on the lookout for that Cobra, I Was Once a Man. If you're interested in that, it's an exclusive. So, of course, I believe it's numbered. It's in the G.I. Joe line, which that sucks, but it's not something you have to go out your way to get. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. And major shout out once again to all the people I met down at Joefest. And also, man, shout out to White Mike, White Vegeta, for giving me this right here. It's like a little thing. This is like liquid from like a level, and he put some foam around it, and it can fit inside Destro's briefcase. So just another cool figure fodder thing. It's got a little cool case with it, man, that I can also use also too. But with that being said, this is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures. And until the next time, God bless.